Hi, I'm Carla, and welcome to my creative curricle reflection. Last year, I decided to do the magazine, which was a two-page spread, a front page, and a table of contents. And I made it about puppies, so it was for owners to know more about their dogs and all that stuff. But now this year, I decided to do the film promotion package for the A level, which is making two movie trailers and a movie poster and the website. And it was really different since I had to film and I had to edit, and it was not just using Photoshop, and it was using other software that I'll talk about later. During my critical reflection, I'll be answering four questions, and I'll be talking about my film Joe, which I'm going to explain about it right now. It's about a girl that has a brain tumor, and she has 2 weeks to live, and she's trying to have like the best day of her life, the best 2 weeks of her life, sorry, and she's not going to have that like an easy time since can when you have a brain tumor you have different symptoms that are not usually shown in the media since it's usually co- like they focus more on the relationship but with another character, but I'll talk about it later. The first question is, how do your projects use or challenge conventions, and how do they represent social groups or issues? Um, I did research about cancer and all the symptoms, and I found an article in Huffington Post with the title Cancer in Movies. Is Hollywood trying to make the disease young and sexy? And it was about now in movies, people that have cancer are young and they make it seem like it's cool because it loves like a love story or there's a cute miracle that makes their life better. And they're trying to make it appealing instead of being a disease that could end their lives. I decided to make my film differently and made it about what it's actually like to have cancer, well, a brain tumor to be exact. And I decided to make my film about this girl that she's going to try to have the best 2 weeks of her life with her friends. She's traveling to California and she's going to theme parks and she's just traveling and doing what young people do. But brain tumors, when people have them, they experience strong headaches, blurred vision, loss of balance, and confusion. That is something that it isn't shown in the movies in which people have cancer, since they focus more on the romance aspect of it and trying to love each other before it's too late, which in my opinion that's a little bit too cheesy. So my film is more of a drama. My project is challenging what the media sees when they see someone diagnosed with cancer, since, like I said, it's all about being romantic and trying to be a normal person, since the disease makes them different from the rest. For example, in The Fault in Our Stars, the main characters, the main character was just friends with people that were in the same situation as her, and they were just trying to be normal. When in my film, my main character, is normal, but the difference is that all her friends are healthy, and they're just trying to make her feel better about like how her life is going to be in the next 2 weeks. Um, I wanted to show the actual issues, like I said, which are the strong headaches, blurred vision, loss of balance, and confusion. And for that, I had to use a lot of soft focus in my camera and rack focus of something just going from in focus to out of focus and the other way around to show her point of view of shots, since it creates a sense of confusion and like they can't see that well. Also, when I was doing research for this project, I found out that it's uncommon actually for teenagers to have cancer, and it's more common to have it when you're in your 30s or later. But I still decided to go with a main character that is a teenager, so it's appealing to my target audience, which is middle class females from the age of 13 to 18, so middle schoolers and high schoolers. Doing the character as a teenager will help the point of cancer not being young and sexy. It can be young, but it's not something that you really want because it comes with a cute relationship or with a happy ending. Um, the second question is, How do the elements of your production work together to create a sense of branding? Um, the elements of my production work together to create the sense of branding by, first of all, being a different concept that is not very common, and because of the way that all the production elements were done. For the movie poster, I wanted to have the symbolism of the main character, which her name is Jo, and she's looking up to the sky since supposedly she's going to be there soon due to her disease and her short time left. I put in the poster the untold story of reality, meaning the reality of what's really like to have cancer. For the movie trailer, the ending shot is Yo looking up to the sky in the ending of the film, again to represent the same thing in the website that has this picture of Yo looking up. That's what I want people to recognize when they see the films. It's all consistent and it may look different in the website and in the poster than in the movie trailer, but still the same concept that can be understood. I made it very simple since I think that simplicity is really good to get people's attention since it doesn't have too much going on, so it just your attention into the elements that are actually important instead of having so many things going on, which I want people to focus on the title, the phrase that goes with it, and it's spaced perfectly in my opinion, so you can read everything and it's not all crammed up. For the website, I separated it all so it's organized and it's not all over the place since when there are so many things going on in the screen, people might tend to get confused or not show any interest since there are so many things that draw your attention, but there's no way to focus on one thing. It's all simple and to the point, it has a synopsis and explains what the story tells, but it doesn't really give you the complete information since they would have to see it to know what happens in it. For the movie trailer, I decided to just give the 2+2, but not the 4, so people get just parts of the story, but they don't get the complete story. It's all very simple since they consist of words that are in common or too long, and it doesn't create confusion with the target audience since some of the people are expected to watch this while they're in middle school, so it can't have that many big words that people won't understand. My next question is, how do your products engage with the audience and how would they be distributed as real media products? My product engages my target audience since it's a drama that includes a little bit of romance in it, but it's not the main thing. The main thing that drives this film is drama, and it's of course focusing on the person that is going to die, and she's going to try to have a good time, trying to make the best of it, but it's not easy. Um, my whole project is very simple, like I said before, and I think that that's good to engage with the audience since there are not a lot of things going on, and it's hard to focus on a hard message. And when people try to go like with a really deep message, it sometimes doesn't get where the producer wants it to be. Also, having a main character that is in the same age group as the target audience is a good way to engage with the audience since they can relate in a way, and since it's uncommon for teenagers to have cancer, the audience will see it as a little bit different, but they still can relate with being young and having fun, and they do the same exact things like hanging out and going to school and having a job. Um, since it's very popular to watch movies on Netflix, I would like to have my film there after having it in the movie theaters. I think that the ads found on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube are successful to promote any film. That's why I made two movie trailers that have really different times. One is 2 minutes, so it can go on cable television, while the other one is 30 or 34 seconds because I want it to be in social media. I want it to be like the ads that you can't skip on YouTube before watching a video. Since they changed their settings, so now you can't skip an ad unless it's a certain amount of time. Also, having the movie trailer as a Snapchat ad would be perfect since they just started to put ads while you're going through the stories, and it's a really good way to promote your products. Since my target audience uses this social media platforms, it's going to be easy to promote my products. I would like the poster to be a billboard since when people drive or are in the car, most of the time they're looking at the billboards, and since the people in the age group that I'm targeting are starting to drive or they're usually found in the passenger seat, they'll be able to see it easier. I would also like the posters to be a picture that can be found in social media. So when there's a post like it came out, just to see it and all that stuff. The last question is, how did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, online in this project? Now I'm going to talk about the technologies that I used for this project and why did I use them. To film, I used a Canon Rebel T5 DSLR since it's the best camera that I have, and I like having the power to control the shutter speed, iris, white balance, and focus. With a phone, I can just open the iris a little bit and zoom in, but I can't do what I really like to do to make the film look at the best it can be. For editing, I had two options: iMovie and Adobe Premiere Pro. I decided to use Adobe Premiere Pro since I've been using it since freshman year. And for the movie poster, I decided to use Photoshop since I've been also using it since freshman year, and it's really easy to control every aspect of the picture. And finally, for the website, I decided to use Weebly since it's easy to add videos, add pictures, and I've been using it also since my freshman year, thanks to my TV production class. And it just help me put all these elements together really easily. And for my music, I used Epidemic Sound, which is a website with royalty-free music. And that's all for my creative critical reflection. Thank you so much for listening.